biggest change and the progress that's been done with the deployments is how we are received when we get back home. So we usually fly to maybe another country on the way back, and then we have 3, 4, 5 days there where we have somebody coming from the army staff in Norway to do debrief you, and of course the military psychologists also show up, because what we experienced is everybody talk about PTSD, and most likely it doesn't show up at the same time. It will show up many years later when you're out of the system. And what system is going to help you then? It's the NHS. And for the NHS to do anything, they need a registration of an incident. And that's the whole point with these debriefs, which I try to tell my guys and girls when we get back, is tell them what happened. Tell them what you felt, so they can make a note of it. Because if you should come back in 5 years' time and starting to have symptoms of something, then it's easy to point because it's there, it's in your journal. And I would say that's the biggest step ahead that our military has done. Because we start getting some people now, and we see how much our first ones who went to Lebanon in '78 and had an awful first deployment with a lot of combat, there are so many suicides from that period due to these things, and nothing has been registered. So they have received no help whatsoever. So that's what I like with the way we do things now when we get people back. We also have a system that we can't cheat in the line to get any help. But at least we have somebody who will push us in that line, so we will get help eventually. Still people who unfortunately choose the other way out from the problem. I had one on my last deployment that was not good at all. So 3-4 months after we came home, he decided to end it. And that's maybe the biggest loss I have felt from on a deployment when this happened afterwards. It was probably the worst funeral I ever been to as a military, together with a lot of good colleagues, of course. But I just didn't see that one coming, which maybe was the thing that made it so bad, because he talked to a lot of us and nobody caught it until I got a phone call that it was over. Then so but I think we have a system now that we didn't have before to pick this up if people are honest, because it's down to you what you are telling the psychologist in that room when you have your 15-30 minutes alone time. You have to be honest, otherwise they can't read minds.
That's the problem, though. We can't read minds, can we?
No.
I suppose the burning question for me, having experienced loss like you have, fear, looking at the political situation now, the dramatic fall of Kabul and the speed at which that happened, for you, Tarja, was it worth it?
I can't say anything other than yes, because I don't feel any regret of any of my deployments at all, because for me it's the military will always be a tool of the politicians. That's what we are. So if the politicians decide that this is what we're going to do, we are the boots on the ground that has to do it. And I can't say that I regret any of my missions. it's not up for me to decide.
As a human?
As a human, I feel I did what I could, and I don't have any regret or remorse at all. Not for me or for any of my soldiers.